Hariri stated that he would withdraw his resignation, but only if Hezbollah commits to remaining neutral in regional conflicts. Kamran Bokhari is a senior fellow with the Center for Global Policy. He joins us now from Virginia. Sir, welcome to the show. First of all, I want to get your take on Hariri's interview. What do you make of it?
I think it was well choreographed. The fact that they took, a few days to put him on camera again after his sudden resignation and then all quiet. I think they needed to sort out some loose ends. Perhaps he and the Saudis were not on the same page. I think that the Prime Minister of Lebanon is caught between the Saudis and his own domestic political imperatives. So I think that it's a difficult situation that he finds himself in. He cannot, completely go against Saudi because that would sort of cede territory to Iran. On the other hand, he probably is very uncomfortable with the way the Saudis are taking an aggressive stance against Iran and using Lebanon as a platform for that.
Well, you talk about this former head of state caught in the middle, but why do you think he still gives this speech, the announcement from Saudi Arabia? Some in Lebanon believe this is part of a ploy to replace Hariri with his older brother.
No, I've seen those reports. I doubt that that is happening. If that was happening, then he would not have come on TV. His brother would have come on TV this time around. I think that there's no such thing in the offing just yet. But I mean, look, this is a chessboard in the region. It's a geosectarian chessboard. Hariri is, an ally of Saudi Arabia. He's also reportedly a dual citizen of Saudi Arabia and Lebanon. So it's not like he's in a completely foreign country. But nonetheless, Hariri is not a free agent. He just as Hezbollah is the premier proxy of Iran, Hariri and his al-Mustaqbil, the future movement that he heads, is a proxy of Saudi Arabia. In Lebanon, there are no free agents.
Well, there seems to be a lot of finger pointing happening in the region with Lebanon caught in the middle. Who do you think benefits from all of this upheaval?
I don't think anybody's benefiting just yet. I think that the Iranian position is quite strong at the moment, given the reversal for ISIS in Syria and Iraq and the strengthening of the Iraqi and the Syrian regimes. So that's not good news for Saudi Arabia because Iran is its regional rival, and therefore it had to strike back. Yemen is another backyard that's burning for the Saudis. That left Lebanon as the only place in which to counter Iran. Again, this is a chessboard, and there's move, counter move, and I think that this is a Saudi counter move, and we just have to wait and see how far the Saudis are going to push this.
Certainly a very complicated situation in terms of regional geopolitics, but let's focus on Lebanon itself for the moment. How does this impact internal Lebanese politics? What would happen without the prime minister?
Well, look, they've not had a president in the past for 2 years until about a year ago. They've gone through a civil war. They've had disagreements and governments falling, governments being, made to fall, as in the case in January 2011 when Hezbollah engineered the toppling of the then Hariri government. So this is not the first time we've seen this. In the end, worst case scenario is that Lebanon descends into civil war. I don't think that's going to happen. I don't think that the Saudis want to push it that far. I think what the Saudis are calculating right now is to create enough pain for Iran, because it's not in Iran's interest to undermine the Lebanese government. So they want to force the Iranians to negotiate, and they want some leverage. So let's see if the Saudis are able to maneuver that way. I don't think that Iran is going to throw in the towel either. So we will just have to wait and see what are the next moves.